We are here. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very good. I,
Yeah.
you know, I have to say that I have really been enjoying teaching online. I didn't know if I could. I was a little nervous about it, but I actually like it. I have all my materials here. Now that I understand the Zoom, I can prepare materials for the class and then I can send you the copies later. I like that.
You are busy.
Well, it's keeping me busy in a good way. I stopped teaching before the pandemic. Um, Life happened. I was going to move. My mom died. Then I was going to move. So, I found my girlfriend, who is now my wife. So the whole process of moving into her condominium and adjusting, changing everything, I just stopped teaching for a little while, about 1 year.
Oh, sorry for your mom.
Well, she was a great supporter. Um, my first wife was from Mexico, and so she was always curious to learn about her culture, and she learned some of the foods. And my mom really enjoyed, all the details, all the fun of meeting somebody that is, not American. So that was really good.
Where from your mom? Where she
Well,
from?
my two parents come from Iowa, which
Iowa.
is
Okay.
in the middle of the U.S., and my four grandparents all come from Oklahoma, and they were there and then in other parts for many years. And then if you go back about 7 generations, then we have our families came from Germany, from Sweden, and from England.
Wow.
Now that is my understanding. I never did a DNA test, or anything. Maybe I will do that. They have the 23 and Me, the chromosomes.
Yeah.
I might find out I have other ideas I didn't
Eh,
know about.
what is the biggest part, your chromosome?
Well, I don't know. I never did the exam. I would have to.
Ah, you not did the sum.
No,
Ah,
I only
okay,
know
okay,
the family tree.
okay.
I only know the family tree. So my great uncle, that would be my grandmother's brother, was the family historian. So he did all of the research to investigate the history from his grandparents and maybe his great grandparents. So that would be 6 or 7 generations from me. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So now you can find things on the internet, or the Mormons trace all the history. Not sure why the Mormons do, but they have it.
Mormon?
So what did you do? Religion, Mormons.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know.
I think it's they have like archive of all the family genealogy.
Genealogy.
Yeah, they have the database. For some reason, they are like the unofficial historians.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of cool though.
yeah,
Somebody's
yeah.
doing it.
For me is I'm surprised when listen the originally to American people, because all family have the shake, the different
Oh yeah.
part. Yeah, for me is unusual, because in Italy is not same. It is strange for me.
Well, here is your example is true because my wife, my second wife, was born in America, but both parents were from Italy. All the grandparents were from Italy. All the great grandparents were from Italy. So yes,
Yeah,
so her blood is
yeah,
very pure Italian, I guess.
yeah. And here saying a part of the different country, and shake the different religion.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Well, think about something like China, or let's go with a smaller example, Japan. Now, Japan does have more than one religion, but it definitely has a dominant religion, and it it's very homogeneous, homogeneous society, which is also true for Korea. Um, you know, somebody who has a king, you know, the king is the leader, also the religion of the king.
yeah,
Everybody follow the order of the king. That's how you dress.
yeah, yeah,
You
strange.
know, so if the king is Muslim, then most everybody, like Indonesia, I believe, is 70% Muslim. So yes, now that can sometimes be beneficial. So for example, in Japan, violence is very low. Violent crime is very low.
Yeah,
The police are, I don't believe the police, uh, the, the usual police do not carry a pistol.
yeah.
You know, the
But
respect.
in Japan, have a few cases for suicide. Is a great problem in Japan.
Good point. Yeah, because you don't have your individual identity.
Yeah, it's same, the same problem is in the North Europe. Example in Norway, Sweden, Denmark. The religion is not same the South Europe, Spain, Italy, French, and maybe
Okay.
the people that uh, 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 not have identity, religious identity, and maybe have the other problem. Yeah, the religion is the drug for the people, no?
Well, could be, but even just having more of a mono culture did make it easier for some countries during the coronavirus to get everybody to be willing to wear a mask, stay in the house, you know, wash your hands. And then they didn't have that many cases. They had very good control.
Sorry, where? I don't understand where.
Um, in some countries, they had really good control of the
Okay.
coronavirus because the identity of the culture had a
Yeah,
high level of respect.
yeah, yeah,
See, that is for America. We have the beauty of you can have a common culture, America, plus your personal culture, which could be the history of your parents, your grandparents. You may speak two languages, you may speak more, but you really want to comply. You want that freedom or liberty as an individual that you say, I don't believe science, or I don't believe the president, or I don't believe, I make my own decision. You can't tell me what to do.
I don't know. Well, this is, I don't know, example in Italy, the Italian people don't like the rules, don't
Okay.
like, but in this moment, about the coronavirus, the Italian people, I'm surprised for this, follow the rules. And I don't understand because in my idea, the American people is the people tried that follow the rules. And this is I make a big mistake because this is not true.
Wow.
Because here the people know all people follow the rules in USA. For me, it's strange because in my opinion, is the American is right. But if you I don't know, is a reclaim is a correct one. Your freedom for your is okay, but this is wartime.
Right.
This is not normal time, and
I think as a society, we we benefit when we do things that we feel are for the best of the majority of people. But sometimes that changes. A good example is smoking cigarettes. If you look in the 50s, everybody smoked cigarettes, the doctors smoked cigarettes. Only in the 60s, then it's still cool to smoke cigarettes. Then by the 80s, we know the dangers. And then the 90s, people, maybe they smoke, they don't, or it's not so much. And now we have laws. Now, first, you can't smoke in the restaurant, then you can't smoke in the public spaces, maybe include the parks and the beaches. So, but now less people smoke, and the belief has changed how our opinion is. Even people who are smokers, they say, oh, I know it's bad, but I like it. So it changed our opinion
but
slowly
okay,
because of
but
health.
the people smoking, the smoke is the cigarette is the drug.
Sure.
If you don't have the strong personality, it's hard if, that you change. It's same.
It is true.
It's same things for the alcohol. Uh,
Yes, yes. You know, we have, and a lot of it is what does society think? If you go to a country like Jordan, alcohol is forbidden. So, but they comply with that. I'm sure there's some illegal alcohol, or maybe only the rich people can find it. You know, they bring it privately on their airplane or something. But and then even in America, we have some counties, like in Georgia, certain areas they call them dry. They don't permit alcohol, but you know it changes the perception. I guess if the society, it's a law of the country, like marijuana is illegal, sort of, but not really. You know, in fact, we have, today is Tuesday, we have 2 weeks until election.
I don't know. The election same is strange because the election, example in Italy, the day for the election is the same too. But in the weekend, when the people no work, is more easy for go to the vote.
So it's easier.
Easier, sorry.
No, I
Here,
agree. I agree.
yeah, here I don't know. You maybe the people don't have the time in the in the Tuesday.
Right. No, well, at least now we have the benefit. We can go to mail our ballot this time. And probably we will keep this after this. We will allow people to vote on more than one day. You know,
I don't.
I think we should be able to vote for 2 or 3 weeks. Let us vote for 2 or 3 weeks. You whatever day is convenient for you. You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you were not here for the last election cycle, correct?
Sorry.
How many years have you been here?
If
When did you get here?
for 4 years, but
Oh,
I don't yeah I don't take the American passport.
okay.
I
But
I need it after 3 years, but I don't
that's
need.
fine. All right. So my question is, now this year you see a lot of American politics. How is it different than when you were living in Italy watching the American politics?
Okay. Uh, I it's in Italy. All people talk about the politics. You
Okay.
know, I don't know if you know the the um, and I don't know abitudini, sorry, the quotidianity, the Italian quotidianity. All people before go to the work or after stay 1 hour, half hour, 2 hour sitting in the bar. In the bar, you meet the people, the friend, or the people the stranger. You talk the soccer and the politics. All Italian is interested at the politician. Here,
Okay.
here no. Here, if you ask one people, oh, you are maybe a Democratic, you are Republican. Oh no, 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 you don't ask me this. Uh,
Yeah, I can
eh,
see that.
you don't have possibility for discuss. Is a secret, all secret. Why? It maybe you talk and you learn the other things. In my life, I is different. Here you have two parts, no? Democratic and Republican, no? In Italy you have three parts. The politic of right, left, and the center. In my life, I change my opinion because if example, if I vote example the right, no, but maybe and the new election, I don't like the politician. I change. I vote the other part if I prefer the politician over the other part. Here, no.
Okay.
You born democratic and you die a democratic. This is strange.
Wow, that is amazing. So is the middle person is like an independent and they float in one direction or the other, or they try to be in the middle?
I don't follow the politician at the politic. I follow the politician.
You follow their platform, what their goals
Yeah,
are.
I demand the man if I trust. Hello, Mivana.
Hello, Fabrizio. Hello, Dave.
Hello. Fabrizio is going to run, he wants to be a politician.
What is that?
Un
About the,
político.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
All right, all right. So we got some good stuff today. Do you guys have your green books?
Yes.
You don't need it right this moment, but we're going to start with a screen share. Let me pull up.
what my book is about green. What activity book or
We'll be using the teaching book.
teach?
We're going to start, but we're also going to be using documents that I'm going to send you. So what I want to do here, just to start, this is just something to view here. Give me one sec. Let me switch over. Yeah, all right. Are you able to read that top part? Events I did, events I do, events I will do, are events I have done. Now, this verb, have, is not the same as like I have 2 books or she has a boyfriend. No. This verb is designed to change the next verb. This is called a participle. This verb we see here is do. So do in the past is did, it's irregular. Will do, we know the future, we just have to put the will. I have done, ha hecho in Spanish. I have done. And the formula, which I also, I'm going to show you in a worksheet, I have been, you have been, he, I got to change that. It's has or have, so excuse me for that. We're going to go over here though. So give me a second here. Let me turn this back to me. That's just to give you a flavor, a tease. All right, so let's pull up. So I'm going to give you one quick example here of something I'm going to be sending you. And let's see, are you able to see that now? Yes.
You put you send in the mail this?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're going to get a copy of this.
Okay, thank you.
And important irregular verbs, some people call it common irregular verbs, but they're words you may hear. So something like break, go to number 9. When we say be careful, you might break the glass. And afterwards, you drop the glass and you say, oh no, it broke. If we look at the condition of the glass, we say the glass is broken. Está roto, I know in Spanish, I don't know in. So this is something that we probably are not going to repair. We can almost think of this as permanent. It has broken. Let's take another word like catch. Catch is irregular. So first we need to know if a verb is regular or irregular. So how do we know if a verb is regular? What do we do when we talk about the past for a regular verb?
The regular verb in the past you add the ed.
Sure. So the regular verbs we add ed, and that is most verbs. But that doesn't mean that irregular verbs aren't very common. So the good news is with practice, you hear these verbs. Take a look at bite. Be careful, there is a snake. It might bite you. Oh no, I got bit. So you go to the doctor and the doctor says, where have you been bitten? That is like the condition of you. So I'm going to send this to you. We're not going to go through this list today. This is for your records. But we're going to understand it in a second as I do another screen share. So let me do this. Pull up. There we go. All right. So we're going to be talking about present perfect, and we're going to go into the green book in a minute. But I first want to show you some common construction. So this part, present perfect, really is present perfect, or to make perfect. And the reason we do that is because we're talking about a situation that isn't complete and over, but it is something that we're still doing in the present. So we're combining our tenses, we're combining our past and our present, and we're considering that it's likely again in the future. The continuous part means that it is a verb that ends in what? We can use continuous or progressive for a verb that we end in ing. So I don't know what ing in Italian is, but in Spanish would be ndo, ando, yendo. So if we look at here, this is what we need to change a verb. Generally, we're going to be putting a verb in this blank space. Now, I'm going to show you examples. The purpose here is we change have like it is in normal construction. I have, you have, we have, they have, he has, she has, it has. We're adding been. Now, we've used this word at some point before. You've heard it. Do you know what the common verb is? It's be, to be. So in the past, we would say I was, he was, she was. We'd say in the present, I am, he is, she is, you are. In the future, we'd say I will, you will, he will, she will. We don't change. We use that for the verb. Here, I have been. We're going to put a word here that's generally a verb. So let's go down here to this part. Oh, just for let's pronounce together. I have been.
I have been.
You have
You
been.
have been.
You have been.
We have been.
We have been. They have been.
He has been.
He has been. She has been. It has been.
It has been.
Now, we can turn these into contractions. I've, you've, we've, they've, he's, she's, it's. Even though it sounds like an is here, we can still use the same contraction. Don't worry about that in detail, but just to let you know that you can use contractions here. So the blank is generally filled with a verb in the continuous or progressive form. So, Ivana, could you read the first example?
The blank is generally filled with a verb in the continuous progressive from.
Form, okay? And read the first example.
I have been working all day.
What do you think that sentence means?
Pues it's in past, but like a past continue.
So if I told you I was working all day, that would be past continuous, and yet it is different in intent or meaning. So if we did past continuous, I was working all day, we know that maybe you are already home in your house and you finished working. I was working also means I am not working now. So the present is not included when you say I was working,
Yes, just past.
just the past. If I work every day until 5 o'clock and you call me at 4:30 and I answer the phone and you don't know if I'm working or not, you just call me, right? So I say, oh, I can't wait. In 30 minutes, I can go home. I have been working all day. So you know that I was working today, but you also know I am still working now. And I am going to finish in 30 minutes.
Okay.
Dave,
So the past and the present.
The past and the present, and a good possibility of the future. But it
Yeah.
doesn't have to continue.
sorry, Dave, but this is a past, but is a close past.
It depends on the group used for the example. So if I say all day, you know I am talking about today. So yes, it is very close in time or temporal. So yes, it's only short so many hours in one day, right? Okay, now let's go to the next example. Fabricio.
Okay. And she has been waiting patiently.
Okay, so she has been waiting patiently.
Patiently.
How long has she been patient? How long has she been waiting? Do we know?
But is patient is waiting patiently. Maybe is for 1 hour, 2 hour.
Okay.
Maybe
For some people, even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, but you could say she has been waiting patiently to get pregnant. Maybe she has been trying for 6 months.
Yeah.
So there, the reference of getting pregnant, we know can take time. So we give more time is okay. We understand that. But yeah, she has been waiting patiently for the doctor. Now you think 15 minutes, right? Well, I could say she has been waiting patiently for the doctor. Or I could be specific. She has been waiting patiently for 25 minutes. In my mind, or in your mind, do you think she is going to continue to be patient? Do you think she can be patient for 5 more minutes?
No.
Probably because she seems patient now.
she has been waiting patiently, and now she's go.
Ah, I like what you just did. We could combine a sentence and say, she has been waiting patiently, but now she has to leave. So we could combine two. So we know that she did it up until this moment, and now we know no more. She has to leave. Okay,
Has to.
right.
Why has to? But now she. No,
Maybe
is it?
she has
But
another appointment.
now she leave is not correct.
Yeah, you could do that, but now she is leaving.
Okay.
You could say, but now she is leaving. Sure, you could do that. I just did an example. All
Okay.
right, back to you, Milana.
Okay. We have been shopping for a birthday gift.
Okay, can you give me an example like that? What would that take? What is the process of shopping for a birthday gift?
So
Maybe go to the mall.
yeah, maybe we was looking something, or still
Cool.
we have been looking the gift. So
It's very special, right?
yes,
So
so
you don't just go and buy
we
the
found,
first thing.
yes, we don't
Yeah,
found
it's
it
good.
still. Yeah.
So something like shopping is a process that we want to make the best decision. So it takes a little more time in the process. So this is a really good example. I could ask you, where were you today? And you'd say, oh, you won't believe. We went to one mall. We were in the mall for 2 hours. We were shopping. Then we went to another mall. Then we went to a small boutique, and we didn't buy anything. Oh my gosh, we have been shopping for a birthday gift everywhere. Or we have been shopping for a birthday gift all afternoon. So you can put a reference of time. We have been shopping for a birthday gift for 2 weeks. So time is not particular unless you imagine the process. Something like shopping, you give more time, maybe patience, you give more time. All right, Fabrizio,
You,
you just came from Italy where they have the best shoes, right?
yeah, yes,
It's very true. They have the Ferragamo, they have
yeah,
all the competition.
I buy the shoes only in Italy.
Ah, so
Yeah,
so this is good for you because you came to America and you went to the stores and what? You have
you
been
have been
looking.
looking for the new shoes everywhere.
So you go back to Italy for the shoes. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good. Well,
you're
they are definitely artisans.
artisan. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
All
you,
right. So here we use the examples of verbs with ing, so they're continuous or progressive, working, waiting, shopping, looking.
king.
We don't see a time when we finish. We are still looking for a birthday present. Maybe we are still waiting. Maybe we have some more time to work.
Yeah,
Maybe we never finish looking for the perfect shoes, right? Nirvana, do you find shoes and you wear them one time, two times, and you go, I don't like them, they're not comfortable?
All time.
All the time, right? So you are looking for shoes, the best shoes. You are still looking
For my
for the
side.
perfect shoes. All right, so this blank space doesn't have to be a verb. Another example is where we would put in a verb about how we are feeling. So the blank can also be filled with an adjective, often an emotion or physical condition. So an adjective is really what we're looking for. So Fabian, could you read the first one?
I have been happy with my new car.
Okay. So we didn't use an extra verb. We are just talking about how we are feeling. And maybe you bought the car 2 weeks ago. Or maybe you have that car now for 7 months. And your friend wants to buy a car and he has been in your car. Wow, has been in your car. So he asks you your opinion. How do you like your car? Oh, I have been happy with my new car for 8 months. So you recommend the car.
Yeah.
Okay. So happy is how you are feeling about the new car.
The new car.
All right, Nirvana, go for you.
He has been sick for 2 days.
So sick is his physical condition, right?
Yeah.
And how long?
2 days.
So it started 2 days ago. Now, when we are going to use a number, a count like this, we're going to typically use for this quantity. I've been sick for 1 week. I've been sick for 2 hours. Right? So, do you guys think he will be sick tomorrow?
He has been sick.
Maybe,
No,
right?
no, no. No, for me, no.
Well, we don't know. Something like sick is not certain.
Because
So,
if he has been sick for tomorrow, the sentence he has been sick without for 2 days. For 2 days, determine only 2 days.
so what if I said he has been sick all week?
Maybe he has been sick.
All right, here we
Sick.
go. I'm gonna use
Still sick. He has been, I don't know, is correct. Still sick.
yes. Still is one of the other words that we will be using in the upcoming lessons today and in the future at some point. So he has been sick with coronavirus for 21 days. You imagine that's very bad, right? That's a long time. So now you think Pa probably going to be sick more days.
Still,
He has been in the hospital for 21 days. Now you are really worried.
Yeah, but if when I read this sentence, my idea is the situation is past. Now is okay.
No, because then we would say he was sick for 2 days, or he was sick with coronavirus for 21 days. That's where we have, if it's over, we
Yeah,
cannot use the present perfect. We only
yeah,
can say it's
but
incomplete.
but if you write the the days, 20 days, 21 days, you know, in my idea is finished. I don't know if I explain very well what my idea.
Well, I'm not sure I follow. I'm going to see if I can do it a different way. If I am sick on the weekend, and on Monday I don't go to work because I am sick, and on Tuesday I don't go to work because I am sick, and on Wednesday, no, I don't feel good, I am staying home. Now, my boss, in his mind, I have been sick all week because, in his opinion, I am going to be sick Thursday and Friday and not come home. I'm not going to come until next week. So, in his mind, the sickness is going to continue because the week isn't finished. I could still be sick more days this week. So you're going to find when we use this, if it's in the past, it's best to use the past. Just say was and were, or use a verb in the past. The examples that we're going to be using will show you a richness of continuity. So, for example, I went to Mexico 2 times in 1983. I went again in 1985, and I went in 1987, and then I think 1995. I haven't been to Mexico for many years. I say that instead of I was in Mexico 4 times because I like Mexico. I want to visit again. So I'm going to say I have been to Mexico 6 times, actually, if
I
I
don't.
remember right.
If for me, it's not clear in this case the difference from I have been and I was.
Okay, what if we took out the been and we just say, I said, I have visited Mexico half a dozen times. You would imagine that it is popular for me because 6 times is a lot of times to visit one country. So it looks like it's not finished. I am probably going to visit another time or maybe 10 more times. So we use it when we want to give the idea that it is not complete. Each individual trip is complete, but the collection may be growing. More visits. So this gives us a rich, instead of saying, I was in Mexico or I visited Mexico 6 times, I miss Mexico. I would like to go back. I think I should go next year. Maybe next, oh wait, I don't have a passport. I could just say I have been to Mexico 6 times and I love it. And now you imagine I am going back someday. So it's a thought, it's a feeling, and you'll get it with exposure and when we practice it. So let's take a look. We've got 2 more on this part. Oh, 3 more. All right, they have.
They have.
Go ahead.
They have been happily married for 25 years.
Okay. So when you know about a couple, they have grandchildren, but you don't know them. So you want to ask the question about why they're so happy. So you might ask, how many years have you been married? Or you might ask your friend, how many years have they been married? And they would answer, they have been happily married for 25 years. You know that marriage is going to continue unless one gets sick or dies, you know. So you have an anticipation to continue. Even if you work in 8 different jobs, but all the jobs are construction, probably your next job is going to be working in construction. Unless you make a major change, you go back to school, you want to be a doctor or something. So it's a lot about including the past with the present and the high possibility of the future. It doesn't have to be high. Okay. And it can be something that is going to finish, like our next example. Go ahead, Nirvana.
It has been very hot all week.
You know what? You need to change your volume. Can you make your volume louder somehow? I thought that before, that it was soft. There you go. All right, repeat the sentence.
It it has been very hot all day.
Okay, so it has been very hot all week, maybe 5 days, 6 days, because we imagine it's going to be hot again tomorrow. You might say, it has been very hot all week. I hope it will rain tomorrow.
Or
You could do something like that. So you imagine, you don't have to have a specific number of days, but just in your mind, you don't want this anymore. Too hot. All right, next example. You have been worried about your health. Health is something that is continuous. As long as you are living, you have some days that you are excellent. Most days you are excellent. Some days you're a little sleepy. Some days you feel a little sick. But if you have something like diabetes or cancer or problem with your heart or something, you worry, you think about it every day. You take medicine, you go to the doctor every 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. So you have been worried about your health, could be something that's for many years. Or it could be for a very short time, but you are extremely worried because you are talking about it all the time. You're talking, oh, I have a cough. Oh, 2 hours later. Oh, I have a fever. Oh, I have a sore throat. Da da da. And you go, just relax, relax. You have nothing. You always tell me you are getting sick. You have the coronavirus. You don't. You just have a little cough. No flu. Nothing. No virus. You've been worried about your health too much. Preocupado, right? You're preoccupied. So sometimes we will use it for that. Here we kind of want you to stop or finish. We want you to be well, if possible. All right. So we want to make a question. Sorry. All right. What is going on here? Making questions is easy. All right. All right. So using been, have I been? Have you been? Have we been? Let's do these together. Have I been?
Have I been?
You guys say it too. Have you been? Have we been?
Have we,
Have they been?
have we been?
Has he been? All right. Has she been?
Has she been?
And has it been?
Has it been?
So you can probably imagine the same options here. We can put a question with a verb, or maybe something about an emotion or a physical question. So let's take a look here. Have I, Fabrizio, you start.
I been doing a good job?
Okay, so we have I been? We have the verb with ing, continuous, and then details. Details would be a good job, a good something else. Have I been doing a good job? So you might ask that to your boss, right? You want some feedback, you want his opinion. So you know to continue the same manner. Have I been doing a good job? Your boss could answer two ways. Yes, you have. Or no, you haven't.
Have.
Let's do another test.
Yes. You have.
So what is interesting here is we're doing the same thing. If we use a verb can or all the other kinds of verbs in the question, we also use it in the answer. Do you, can you, will you, should you, have you? Yes, I have. Have you been? Yes, I have. Or yes, I have been. But just yes, I have. It's the simplest. No, I haven't. Or yes, you have been doing better. You've been doing an excellent job. Have we been looking in the right places? Ivana, maybe you are not looking in the right places for the birthday gift. Did you try Amazon? Right? Maybe you have, maybe you have to look online. Ivana, do the next one. So have you.
Me?
Fabrizio, can you hear her?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hear Mivana.
Yeah.
All right. Try to talk louder if you can.
Okay. Have you been trying hard enough? Enough. Enough.
Okay. So a good example. When you have a child and you ask them to do something and they try one time, two times, maybe only one time, and they stop. You say, oh, you have to try harder. And they say, no, mommy, I can't do it. I can't do it. No, daddy, it's too difficult. And you say, are you trying hard enough? Have you been trying hard enough? I think you can try harder. Maybe they tried only one time and they gave up.
Okay.
So there would be an example there where you want it to continue in the future. Yes, I have. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
It could be anything. You know, sometimes people say they are looking for a job, but they really are lazy. They're not looking for a job. They only tell you, oh, it's so difficult. There's no work. There's no work. There is always work there. Go to McDonald's. There's always some work. Have you been trying hard enough to find a job? All right, next one. You can continue, Fabrizio.
Has she been living here long?
Okay. So a situation like this, you don't know that person, but you are curious about their situation. Maybe you listen to their English or you visit their house and they are speaking, their English is really good, or they know everything about the city, about America. So you imagine maybe they are there 10 years, 15 years, 30 years. Has she been living here long? Yes, she has been living here since she was 5 years old, or since she was a teenager, or since she started college, or since she went to college, something like that. You could give a reference. Or you could say, no, she hasn't. She has only been here for 5 months. No, she hasn't. She has only been here 5 months. Uh, Something like that. So simple answer, and then we give the detail here. She's only been here 5 months. Maybe you're talking to somebody on the telephone, right? Has it been snowing in your area? I don't live where you live, right? So you could answer, yes, it has,
Yes.
or no, it hasn't.
Yes. No. No, it hasn't.
There you go. So yes, it's been snowing for 2 hours. It has been. So here we are using the contraction. It has. All right. You probably have a lot of questions, so let's go into the book. So in the teaching book, we're going to go to page 42. Let me make sure that's where I want to go. Yeah, that's all right. I really want to do progressive. All right, so we're going to do 4. We're going to find some examples in here where we're not going to be using the verb, and somewhere we're going to just use. All right, I've never eaten. All right, you know what? Let's start from the beginning of the chapter. We might as well do this. We'll go through it together. All right, so page 37, actually. All right. So present perfect tense refers to something that we generally think of as ongoing or likely to happen because it happened in the past. So let's look at our list of things we have. We have things to do. So we have a list of cosas que hacer. We have a list of our things we need to do. We want to go to the park. We want to do the laundry. We want to get a haircut. We want to write to grandma. We want to take the dog for a walk. We want to give the dog a bath. We want to speak to the landlord. We want to drive the kids to their dance lesson. We want to eat lunch. We want to ride. I want to ride my exercise bicycle. I also want to swim. And I want to see a movie. That's a lot of things I want to do. All right. So now below that, we have things I've done. I have done. So when we finish, each time we finish, we still have more things on the list. So we have not completed our list. So we look at our list and we see what we have done. Number 1, we have gone to the bank. I've gone to the bank. So I'm gonna say it, and then I want you guys to repeat it, and then we'll go into the exercise. So I've gone to the bank. Can you repeat, please? All right. I've done the laundry. Fabrizio, I don't hear you. I've gotten a haircut.
I sorry, you repeat, please.
Gotten a haircut. I've gotten a haircut.
I've done a haircut.
All right. Got 10. So let's talk about this for a moment. These are some verbs that we haven't seen. And the reason why is they are irregular. So we're not using ED in the past. So let's look at the verb gone. What is the base verb? Go. So go is in present. In past,
is gone.
went, have gone.
Gone.
Go, went, have gone. Do, did, have done. Get, got, gotten. So just stick with me here. We're going to see this list of words and we'll be practicing with them, and you'll start seeing words that we use a lot. Okay, so write, wrote, written.
Written.
I've written my grandma.
I've written to grandma.
Okay. Take, took, taken.
Take.
I've taken the
take.
dog for a walk.
I take the dog for a walk.
All right. Go, I'm sorry, give, gave, given.
Give, gave, given. I given the dog a bath.
All right. How about you, Milana? Are you following?
Okay.
Good? So? All right. So let's do the next one. Speak, spoken.
I've spoken
I've spoken to
to the landlord.
Okay.
Drive,
We know
drove,
that next month you
driven.
drove, driven.
I've driven the
I've
kids
driven
to
the
their
kids.
dance lesson.
Okay. Eat,
Ate,
eaten.
eaten. I've eaten lunch.
Okay, so eaten is a very common word because we eat 3 times a day, more or less, sometimes more with dessert and snacks. So I've eaten too much means I am full.
Yeah.
How much have you eaten? Or have you eaten lunch yet? I'm not sure what yet is in Italian. It would be todavia.
Ancora.
All right.
Ancora, but is
Very, very good.
negative. Is non ancora, is negative.
Okay.
Yeah, ancora is the different means.
Okay. We could also say, have you eaten lunch already? But we don't normally say that. Have you already eaten lunch? There you go. Have you already eaten lunch, or have you eaten lunch yet? So you could do those both. Those are words we're going to be working with in this chapter, in the next chapter. All right, let's go to the next example. We have ride, rode, ridden.
I have ridden my exercise bike.
Okay.
Swim,
Swim, swam, swamp. That's a hard one. It's a little funny.
I've
swum. So another way to say I've swum would be I've gone swimming, or I've already swum. Right. I have already swum. I have already gone swimming, or I've already been swimming. Some ways you could do that. Next one. See, saw,
Seen.
seen, visto.
I seen a movie.
Okay. So I've seen
A movie.
the Roman cathedral. I could do that. I have. So somebody doesn't know my history, they'd say, "Oh, where did you go for vacation?" "Oh, I went to Europe." "Oh, did you go to Spain?" "Yes, I did." "Did you go to Italy?" "Yes, I did." "I have been to 7 countries in Europe.
Yeah,
I
nice.
have been to Rome. I have been to Perugia, Venice." So you can do that with the idea that you may go back one day. Not finished.
Yeah.
I got frozen.
Sorry.
All right. So
Sorry, David. The connection is bad. I don't understand very well. Sorry.
like, one sec here. All right. We got it unstuck.
Okay.
Right.
No, you have bad connection. Vivana, I know I don't hear you.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
No, now is better.
Now it's better.
I
Okay.
thought, but I think that you don't listen me. So I don't know what happened.
Okay, now I hear your voice better. Okay. Oh, but I froze again.
Yeah.
Let me see what my connection is set to. I did this before. Let me go to, yeah, it's the extension. I should be getting good signal here. All right, well, if it freezes up again, we'll have to try it again later, but hopefully not. All right, let's go to our next page, 38.
So
All right, page
I
38.
I have I'm a little confused with the verbs. So because these verbs are regularly verbs, regular.
They're irregular.
So when I have to use the, I'm really confused with the verbs.
All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I have wanted to do this, so this is going to be perfect. We're actually going to jump to the next chapter because I think it is a little easier. Because I'd like to be able to use have been.
And he
All right, yeah, go to
he
page 52.
32.
52?
Yeah, jump to page 52, and you'll see why in a minute. I think this is much, because this is conversational and it makes more sense. All right, so we have some common expressions for time. How long? When somebody asks you how long, you might say, "Oh, I was waiting for 3 hours," or for 2 days, or "You should rest for a week," or "for a long time," or "a very long time," etc. When we want a reference to the past, we could also say since 3 o'clock. So I have been preparing for my class since 3 o'clock. So you know, if you look at your clock, you say, oh, okay, 2 hours or 4 hours or whatever, however long. Since yesterday afternoon. Oh, I think I have a temperature. Oh, really? How bad? Oh, when did you start? Yesterday afternoon. Since yesterday afternoon, I have had a fever. Since last week, since 2000, since 2010, since 2019. So you can give a time reference in a date. Since March 5th, 2020. So for example, you could say, I have lived here in my apartment since June 2019. So you know that I started in June, that I was living until this moment. I'm living there today, and I'm going to continue living there tomorrow, and maybe for 10 more years. So I've been living here since only tells you the starting point with no finish. That's one way to think of it. It is continuing in the moment. Let's look at our examples, okay? We have the first option, and Ivana, you can answer it. How long have you known each other?
We have
This is
known
not good.
each other for 3 years.
Okay. So that gives you an idea that it's been for a length of time, right? Do you know exactly how much time?
For 3 years.
Okay, good.
So,
You know what? You're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to ask you to jump to page 70, and you'll understand why. This is what I was looking for. Even though the other one said past progressive, they are doing a comparison. I want to go directly to what I was just teaching before. So if we can go to page 70.
okay.
All right. What is that in Italian? Settimo?
Settimo.
Settimo and settenta. All right. See, I know a little Italian. I know my money. I know my lira. It was lira. All right. Now we have the contractions. This is the chart that I really wanted to show you. So let's go over this together. I have.
I have been. I have.
I've been working. We've been working.
We've working.
Been working.
Yeah.
You've been working.
You've been.
They've been working.
They've been working.
He's been working.
He's
been
working.
working.
She's been working.
She's been working.
And it's been working.
It been working.
Working.
So example for it's been working. Maybe you had a repair on the car or the washing machine. And somebody says, how's it doing? Oh, it's been working fine. It has been working fine. So you could use that as an example. All right. Ivana, could you ask the example and Fabian, you answer?
Sorry, but what page you ready?
70.
70.
70. 70.
Okay, Ivana.
How
Sorry.
long have you been waiting?
I've been waiting for 2 hours.
Okay. So we know the length of time. So we use for when there is a duration of time. For 2 hours. That's a long time. I guess this is the doctor's office.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Fabrizio, you asked the question.
How long has your neighbor's dog been barking?
It's been barking since this morning.
Ah, looking for another dog. Or waiting for the owner to come back home or something. So we know that there is continuous action. The dog didn't stop barking. The dog is barking now because we are talking about it. And we are worried it is going to continue in the future. We want the dog to stop barking, perhaps. So it's been barking since, in Spanish would be desde.
¿Desde cuándo? Yeah.
What would it be in Italian?
What
Desde
words?
esta mañana.
Da questa mattina.
It's been barking since.
Da questa mattina. Mañana is mattina in Italian.
Okay. Good, good, good. So it's an action that started in the past. It's an action that's happening now. And it's an action that is probably going to continue. Now, what's nice about this is why I wanted to start with this, is we don't have to worry about if a verb is regular or irregular. You know, wait or work, we know are regular. Worked, waited. But when we use continuous, been. Now, what is been in Italian? It's the present perfect form of to be.
What?
So in Spanish, that would be estado.
Sono
From the
stato.
verb estar.
Sono stato. Io sono stato.
Like it. Okay. And then trabajando, or however you would say working.
Yeah, io sono stato al lavoro.
All right. Let's do. Labor. Okay, who wants to start? Number one.
How long has Jasmine been studying English?
All right. Fabrizio, you think you can answer that?
Oh, it's for me the the question. Sorry. Allora, he has been.
So Yasmin is a woman.
Yeah, Yasmin is a woman. Yeah, she has been studying since 8 months.
We didn't give a date. We had a duration of time, so we need to use for.
For, okay, for 8
Yeah.
months.
All right. And I actually have another worksheet on for and sets that will be good. So, por 8 meses, or meses,
No, no,
8 meses would be in
yeah,
Spanish,
yeah.
8 months. So she's been studying for 8 months. Wow, she's dedicated. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2.
How long have Mr. and Mrs. Green been living on School Street?
Uh, they've they've been uh, they've been living since they've been living on School Street since 1994.
Yeah. So they've been living on Green Street since 1994. Or we could replace Green Street with there, like ahí. They've been living there since 1994.
Living there, yeah.
So you have that option, but you
Yeah.
can repeat the place,
On
or
the
you
school
can say
or-
there,
Okay. There.
or in that house, or at that place.
Okay.
So yeah, good. All right, your turn. You ask the question again.
How long has the phone been ringing?
Okay. It's been ringing for 2 minutes.
Very good. Do you know what that phone is? Do you recognize that phone, or is it too old?
Of course.
Everybody has a cell phone.
Yeah.
If you were talking about in the late 70s, and that was in pink or blue, they called it the princess phone.
Oh
So
yeah.
the teenager wanted to have their own phone in their bedroom.
I
So
remember
that was
in
the
my house
extension
I
phone.
read one.
All right, number 4.
How long have you been feeling bad?
I've been feeling bad since yesterday morning.
Okay. Oh, I hope you feel better. So we know about when it started. We don't have to be precise, just sometime yesterday in the morning,
Okay.
right?
Yesterday in the morning.
So we know approximately when it started, maybe 10 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock, right? All
Okay.
right, go ahead, number 5.
How long have we been driving?
And we've been driving for 5 hours.
Okay, so again, we have a quantity, a duration of time. All right, number 6.
How long has it been snowing?
Uh, it
Snowing, wow.
it's it's been snowing. It's been snowing late last night.
Been snowing since late last night.
Late last night. Yeah.
So since tells us the starting point was sometime maybe we were sleeping. So late last night, maybe 1 a.m., maybe 2 a.m.
Just late because we don't have a time
Yeah,
exact. Oh, all right. How
yeah,
long?
exactly. We don't have to specify the hour.
Yep.
All right, next one.
How long has Ted been having problem with his back?
And
Good.
he's been having problem with his back since high school.
Good. So notice that we give a point of history in their life.
Sorry?
We don't give much detail except high school.
Even
Good. All right, next one.
How long have you been practicing the piano?
I've been practicing the piano for half an hour.
Okay. Now, a good thing of reference. We try to give some reference in the answer to the question, but we don't always have to repeat everything. So generally, if there's a verb that we can lock onto, that's a good idea too. So I've been practicing for half an hour. We know already it's the piano,
All right.
right? But we need to refer back to the verb. So that's good. All right, number 9.
How long have Barry and Susan been dating?
Okay.
Dating.
Dating.
Juntos.
They, they,
Go
they,
ahead, Fabrizio.
they've been uh, dating and for 3.5 years.
Okay, so we have a quantity. All right, number 16. I'm sorry, number 16, number 10.
How long has your baby son been crying?
He's been crying early this morning.
All right, so do we use for or do we use since?
No, ninguno. No, no for, no since.
¿Por cuánto tiempo ha llorado su hijo?
Yeah, but I don't
Hijito.
have a time exactly, so I just use early this morning.
All right, but desde temprano esta mañana.
Since it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to refer to since.
Since
So he
early.
has been
Morning.
crying since early this morning. Yeah, we don't have to have an exact point because we don't always look at the clock.
Yeah. It's saying the example of the dog.
Right. We don't know. Maybe we didn't look at the clock. We just only imagine when it gets to be too much.
Yeah.
Then we imagine maybe half hour, 1 hour, 3 hours. We don't know because we weren't looking for a specific time. All right. So how long has your baby son? That could be a doctor asking the question, right?
Okay.
That's an important question. How long has your son been crying? He's been crying since early this morning. That's a long time if it's in the night. You check the diapers, not hungry, no fever, you know. All right, number 11. How
How
long?
long have I been running?
You you have been running for 20 minutes.
Okay, so again, we have a quantity of time. All right, and the last one.
How long have we been jogging? Jogging, sorry.
How long
Good.
have you been joking? We have joking about an hour.
Okay, we've been or we have been jogging about an hour. So we'll practice more with the pronoun or the contractions. We've, you've,
We've been
she's, and
joking.
what we did today is a lot of information.
Today we have the hard class.
I could feel it. I could feel it in the energy. And listen, do not worry.
No,
These
no.
next chapters, the present perfect and the continuous, we
Yeah,
go slowly.
yeah.
We go slowly. The book has 3 chapters for the present perfect, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
And now we are saying that we are past the refresher. Now we are in the big league. But I will go slowly with you guys. And I will also give you worksheets for things like for and since. So we are familiar with the phrases. We want to know many examples of when we use them. All right, before we leave, I'm going to do another screen share and I'll just show you something else that I'll be giving you. I have a whole 2 pages of examples so that you can start reading these and get a feeling for them. I have 2 of these sheets. So I'll be bringing those to you in the email.
Okay, thank you.
And we are good for Thursday class?
Yes.
All right. I will see you both Thursday at 6:30.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Fabrizio. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Mivana. Thank you, Dave.
And think about the questions. You are going to have 100 questions.
Okay, see you soon.
All right, take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.